Tennessee Titans 28-27 Miami Dolphins. Will Levis leads 2 late score drives as Titans upset Dolphins. The Titans 5-8 held Tua Tagovailoa and Miami's dangerous offense under tight restraints for the greater part of the game, yet fell behind by 2 scores in the final quarter, on account of basic mix-ups that gave short fields to the Dolphins 9-4. Raheem Mostert ran for scores of 3 yards and 5 yards to put Miami ahead 27-13. Levis, a second-round draft pick making his 6th vocation start, took over from that point. He drove a 9-play, 75-yard drive that took 154, covering it with a 3-yard score pass to DeAndre Hopkins and a 2-point change toss to scratch Westbrook-Ekine, with a 1-game lead for the best record in the meeting. Miami played a lot of the game without star beneficiary Tyreek, who passed on the subsequent quarter and larger part of the third in the wake of harming his lower leg in the main quarter. He returned and got passes of 23 and 25 yards to set up Jason Sanders' 31-yard field objective that tied it at 13-13 toward the start of the fourth. Slope, who drives the NFL in getting yards, was in and out of the game from that point and got done with 61 yards. Tagovailoa was 23 of 33 for 240 yards and had his dash of 21 successive games with a score pass snapped. Levis went 23 of 38 with a score pass and a capture, while Hopkins had 7 gets for 124 yards, and Henry ran for 2 scores. A drudgery-it-out game took a wild turn in the final quarter, starting when Tennessee's Eric Garror attempted to handle a bobbing dropkick with the game tied at 13-all with 6:16 excess. The ball caromed off his mind and Elijah Campbell recuperated for the Dolphins at the 7. Mostert punched it in, then, at that point, scored again after the Titans mishandled on their next belonging on a messed-up pitch by Levis to Henry. Mostert drives the NFL with 16 surging scores. Henry, who got done with 34 yards, moved to 15th in NFL history in hurrying yards when he scored his 87th profession surging score in the primary quarter that tied the game at 7 going into the half. Miami's highest-level offense was held scoreless in the main half against a Titans safeguard that has surrendered the least red zone scores in the NFL. The Dolphins were 2 of 5 in the red zone and lost a bungle at the Titans 2 on a terrible quarterback-focused trade on their most memorable belonging. Miami went on 7-0 when guarded tackle Zach Sealer blocked Levis at the 5 and took it to the end zone. The Dolphins have had a pick 6 of every 3 straight games without precedent for establishment history. Tagovailoa confronted more tension than expected with the Dolphins missing 3 starters on their hostile line. Left tackle Teron Armstead knee lower leg and right watchman burglarized Chase hamstring didn't play, and focus Connor Williams harmed his knee in the primary quarter. Sanders changed over a 20-yard field objective that tied the game at 10-10 in the second from last quarter. He likewise had a 44-yard field objective impeded by Danico Autry.